Now let us design one more Java program using jOptionPane class. So new project, Java application. The name of the project is my pro1. Okay, this time we want to use the JFrame form, so we have to make it sure that create main class option is unchecked. We don't want to create the main class right now. So finish. Okay, under the source package, we have default package, right click, new, JFrame form, and name of the class name is new JFrame. Okay, it will work fine. Now we have JFrame form. Okay, now we want to have two buttons. To input two numbers means when the user clicks the first button, then the input dialog box appears and the user inputs the first number, and in the same case in second button. And when the user clicks the third button, then message dialog appears and the sum of both the numbers is displayed. So we have to change the text property accordingly. First number. Okay, and second number. Now show result, or simply result. This is the form, and we have designed three buttons here. Now here in the right click the first button and events, action performed. So this is the code for the first button, but before actually doing it, first we have to import the jOptionPane class, and that we will write the codes here. Import java x dot swing dot jOptionPane. Okay, now we want to declare three variables of data type float so that they are accessible to all the methods within the class. So we shall declare them here only. Float a for the first number, comma b for the second number, and sum for the sum of the first and second numbers. Okay, now right click the first button, then events, action performed. Here we have to write the jOption. We have to call the input dialog method of the class jOptionPane. Now at this stage we have to think it over, that when the user inputs the data in the input dialog control, then what type of data is that, how that data is treated by Java. Basically it is a string. So first of all we need to declare a string variable. Suppose f, name of the variable we are assigning is first. We can write simply f number, first number. Now fno equals to jOptionPane dot show input dialog, and the message we want to display. Enter first number. Why did we declare the fno as a variable of string? Because we know that when the user inputs the data in the input dialog, then that data, it seems that it will be some float value, but that will be treated as a string by Java. So that value needs to be extracted into a string variable. So fno shall hold that value. Now as the data type of A is float, it means that string needs to be converted to float. So we shall be using the wrapper class for that. So we shall write here a equals to, as the data is to be converted to a float variable, so we shall write float dot parse float, and the string that needs to be converted, so it is fno. Okay, let us copy this code, because Control C. Now in the second button, again perform the same steps. Action performed. Let me paste the code. So instead of fno, I'm writing here sno. So sno equals to jOptionPane dot show input dialog. So enter, instead of first we would write here second number. Okay, now b equals to float dot parse float, and it is sno. Now right click the result button and events, action performed. Here we want to assign sum equals to the sum of a and b, a plus b to sum. Okay, now this sum is to be displayed with the help of the message dialog control. So we shall write jOptionPane dot show message dialog, and show message dialog null, comma, two arguments are passed, and the value. So the sum of two numbers, we can give the reference to both the numbers here, plus first number was a, and b is plus sum. Okay, now let us run the program. Let's run our application. New JFrame. Okay, now the JFrame form is displayed. When I click the first number option, enter a first number. So input dialog control is displayed here. Here we are entering, let me enter 80 as the first number. Nothing has happened because we just extracted that value into the variable a. Now enter second number. We are inputting 90 as the second number. So okay, nothing has happened. Actually the value is extracted into the variable b. So if I click the result option, so it's showing me the sum of two numbers 80.0 and 90.0 is 170.0. Because we had taken the class, the data type of a, b and some variables was float, that's why it's showing the .0 and .0. So now let's again run the program, and this time we want to input some float number. Let it be 2.693, first number, and the second number we are inputting is 7.528, for example. Okay, so the result it's showing is the sum of two numbers 2.693 and 7.528 is 10.221. And okay, so that's how we can use the jOptionPane class along with the JFrame form to display the message dialog window and the input dialog window.